And which is that the?
Just a 58.
Okay. Better. So we're getting the low point of your arc in front of the ball. Those are cleaner. Good.
Better?
Much better. Much better. Good control. Ball position. So I want you to move it more to the middle of your stance so there's less shaft lean.
Okay.
And we're exposing more bounce of the club. The leading edge won't be digging as much. You'll almost be sliding with the bounce. You're almost trying to hit the ground with the bottom skid, the bulge at the bottom of the club and not the leading edge. You want less shaft length, so we anticipate having more height on the shot.
You want me to open the face at all?
Well, if you bring it forward, it should be open. Let's bring it.
The angle of the shaft should do the work for me.
Exactly.
I'm up there now.
Okay, good. There you go. That'll slide right under it. So it won't go near as far. So much more forward. It's just the slightest hint of shaft lane. It's almost vertical as you look down at the club.
It's pretty close.
Yeah, that's perfect right there. That's what I'm looking for. So you don't necessarily have to change anything. You just change ball position, you get a different ball behavior.
Yeah.
That was pretty. That's a nice sound. I like that one a lot. And you're going to play a little bit more in the middle of your stance. I'd move back 2 or 3 inches so you're just going to skim the blades of the grass. You're not trying to bump the soil. And it's a chest swing. It's definitely a chest swing. Soft chest swing. Even if you hit it thin, you'll have a good result. Good. It'll be a lot more forgiving, so you can have a much shorter backswing and a softer chest swing. Okay, better, much better. Good. Now this you'll probably have a little wrist hinge, more wrist hinge than you've had on those others. So you can actually, there you go, more like that. I think that's what you're going to want to see. Let's see what comes out of that swing. That'll look pretty good. Now you're going to have some stopping power. You got trajectory, and now you realize I've got to swing faster.
Yeah.
And now that means more spin. So now you have you're creating stopping power with this technique. That's your best one.
That was a lot more solid. Better?
Good. Good. Finishing, I still have the back of my right hand angled this way as opposed to this way. My emphasis is I want my elbows to stay close to each other and in front of my chest all the way to here. So I don't have any of this image in my mind. It's basically a body swing. Justin, one of the things I noticed while watching this video is how you move your right arm and how it becomes disconnected very quickly in the backswing and leads to potential problems with consistency. Our setups to the ball are very similar except for ball position. I have the ball a little more forward, which accounts for less shaft lean than you have. But I want to focus on the right elbow during the backswing. I've drawn a red circle on the elbow and a blue line down the forearm. I'm going to start the backswing and stop when the butt end of the handle just passes the right leg. Looks like about right there. There's my forearm. Here's my elbow. Let's do you next. Right there. There's your elbow. And there's your forearm. Take it back to when the left arm is parallel to the ground. About there. My forearm, elbows below the right hand, so the blue line is going upward here. You do the elbow circle right about there. Let's do you now. Take it back to when your left arm is parallel to the ground. It's about right there. And here's your elbow, and here's your forearm. What you're seeing here is how I am rotating my hands, particularly my right hand, around my right elbow. In that when I get to this 3 position, when I get to the position where my left arm is parallel, my elbow is still very close, my right elbow is still very close to my side, and it's actually below my hands. And you have kind of lifted your arm up in the air, and your elbow is behind the hand where my hands are behind my elbow if we looked at a different camera angle. I'm going to clear these lines now. And so the way you move your right arm is you're pulling it away from the side and the body. And it's not really folding properly in the backswing. What you'll see me do a little bit more is I will hinge my wrist and I'll keep my right arm close to my side, so I'm pulling that club down and then unfolding. And when I get into this position, when my club is parallel in the downswing, you can see how my right elbow is really trapped in here. And your elbow is away from your right hip, whereas mine is tucked right into my side. And I still have a very strong angle right here in my right forearm and shaft, a right angle. And you've kind of lost that angle a little bit here. So that'll be one of the things I kind of want to touch on the next time we get together, and on your little pitch shot. Here's Brandt Snedeker, who's one of the top scramblers on tour in terms of getting up and down from around the green. He's one of the best chippers and pitchers on tour. You can see when his club is parallel, his elbow is really into his side, has a strong angle in his wrist there.
Looks good. It looks real good.
I think it's important to confirm that you have maintained the new posture over the ball. And the best way to confirm that is to compare it once again to when we know the posture wasn't right. And you have definitely maintained that. That's a very good posture on the left. Get your hands away from the legs, a good tilt in the spine, seat back. So very good.
Good start.
A little chunky today.
Is that a 7?
8.
8. You're just killing them all.
But that felt like just a nice, easy leg swing.
Yeah, and I don't want you swinging harder than that because you're repetitive with power right now.
I think I'm finding that low spot's a little farther back right now when I'm getting.
I'm happy with this right now.
It's an easy adjustment. I don't feel like I'm making bad swings or anything.
No. I think we just need to get some reps in now to.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I don't want you to have 3 other things to work on. Let's just get this repetitive.
There it was.
That's beautiful.
That's what I was. And I noticed on the course, I was in a faster rhythm than this, trying to hit it too hard a few times.
Yeah.
But I caught myself and slowed down and just started.
So I think now the mechanics are there. You're searching for the right tempo for the mechanics. And that's what our work is right now, is tempo work. Setup and tempo.
That's a lot easier problem to have than...
Absolutely. It's the goal we want to arrive at. Most pros who get on tour, their mechanical work is over with. They're constantly trying to reinforce the right tempo for the mechanics. And short game. That's what it all comes down to, is that short game. Let's switch to another one. You probably won't have that many 5-irons at par 3s maybe. So I want to offer it to you as well. When I do a free playing lesson, that was killed. Golly. We can actually get some workout use the course as a laboratory.
Yeah.
If we happen to get lucky and catch a day with no wind like this, we can also start mapping our distances for different clubs.
Yeah.
So you absolutely know, within 2 or 3 yards what a pure hit travels in carry distance. It's a nice ball. That's a halfway decent shot if it comes up every time and you're aiming for it. We'll just have to see what pattern's coming out today.
Yeah, I don't feel like this is like my best. So wide open, even though I'm kind of picking the spot. Just don't feel locked in on something. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. So make sure that left arm is sitting on top of that chest.
Okay.
Constant radius.
There it is.
Yep. It's inside the fairway. Let's move the ball up just a little bit and see what happens. And we're testing this ball position, and there's going to be one other position I'm going to test. That may be your best today. So let's keep it there for a few swings. That was killed. Last two I've liked a lot. That was a good tempo too. You kind of flowed through that one.
Good.
You can make that work.
Yep.
Man, you're just killing it. That's what I do. I wouldn't make a decision right now until you see where you really need them. I tell you, that shaft really works for you.